Well, hey, good evening. Welcome back to my little gardening show. Thought I'd check in. This isn't going to be too long, but down in the grow room, I started some seeds on Sunday night, and I've got some footage of all that stuff. But I thought I'd come down to the grow room just see how things are doing. Normally, within a couple days, things have sprouted. So let's check it out. Experimented with the Micro 20 here soil block making tool. And there's a tray and I see some green. With that, a fair amount of sprouts. I did at least 2 seeds per little cube there. So I'll need to kind of be selective as I go through and dig those out. The blocks are still a little nice. Hey Tom, what's up, man? Yeah, so that worked out pretty good. I might add a little bit of water. Added some water. Where's my little tripod at? I made those blocks. They're pretty moist, and I thought, I probably need to add a little bit of water to that, and I did, and then it was too much water, and the blocks started disintegrating a little bit, so I ended up having to drain the water out. So I haven't watered this tray at all since Sunday when I set it up. So yeah, I need to do something there. I'll probably need to make some more blocks tomorrow, or maybe even tonight, because tomorrow we're going to be busy. I think we're going to have some people over, so I'll need to figure something out, because I don't want those to get going too far. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to do something different. So, but just tooling around. I also been playing with my label maker. It's kind of cool. I guess the Office Depot or Office Max, whatever it is. I think it's Office Depot. You know, over there by Kroger's, Tom, off North Bechtel. Over there by Hung Lung Chinese and all that. Anyway, they're going out of business, and I guess we hit them about the weekend before they put the big sign out. I got a really nice Brother label printer. It was like 35% off or whatever. Normally, like, I don't know, 65, 70 bucks, something like that. We got it cheaper than that. It was a pretty good deal. I ended up having to order the power supply for it. It runs off batteries though too, but I went ahead and got the power supply cheap, like, I don't know, $9 off of eBay or Amazon. Forget which one. I think I ordered off Amazon. But anyway, it's pretty cool. It makes you can set there's all kinds of presets on there. I think that tape's going to hold up, so I'm going to get me some, if not this, like some plastic ones that should hold up pretty well to label everything. I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to go with the soil blocks for the starts that I take out to the greenhouse. I'm just kind of thinking that through, like, is there an intermediate step where I'm doing the 2-inch cubes, and then we move up to the 4-inch pots. Still trying to figure that out. So we'll experiment with this round of seedlings. Because I mean, it only took like 3 days to sprout that, and they grow really quick. I mean, those are going to be ready like in 4 or 5 weeks. That I could start setting them out, harden them off, and then get them out in the garden if the garden's ready. So what you got going on, Tom? I saw you got a new scan tool. Was that your purchase, or did somebody reach out to you and just wanted you to do a review, so sent you some free product? Oh, you bought it. Okay. That thing looks nice. You probably, what, a couple $100 or something? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, at some point, I didn't mention to you, but at some point, I may see if you can look at the that old Cavalier we got. It's been a while since we've done any kind of brakes on it. I think I did the rear brakes like, I don't know, 3 years ago. Probably needs a new set of brakes. Anyway, my daughter was telling her, she's like, yeah, the pedal's getting kind of soft and there's this little light on now. So I was like, oh, well, yeah, we probably need to get that looked at, or we need to do something about it. That little car still runs pretty good, though, being a, what, I think it's a 96 or 97 Chevy Cavalier. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the neighbor, so he's got a convertible. It's a, I think it's a LeBaron or something, but I saw a for sale sign in the front of it, which I was super surprised because that thing is like his baby. And he's always tinkering on it and whatnot, but I guess he's tired of it or is ready to get rid of it. They're like in their 70s or something. They've been retired for a while. So maybe he's slowing down or lost interest, or I don't know. Or maybe he's going to end up getting something else. Yeah. It's a convertible, though. Does that make a difference? Oh, shoot. My grow room, it's funny the difference the lights make in here, because normally it's about 10 degrees warmer with the lights. It's right at 60 degrees. Oh, shoot. Hey, do you see my my Mid Lighter mineral stockpile? I went ahead, I figured, actually I got another package too. One thing I was a little disappointed though, off LDS Prepper's taking some shortcuts, but you know, the packets I bought off his 2 years ago and whatnot, it's like powdered, right? The whole thing's powdered. Whereas now, it's like they put in the MPK or substrate there, and then they put the micro minerals in with it. It's not like mixed together. It's not crushed together. I don't know if that's going to make any difference in terms of mixing it with the triple 15, but I need to ask him on one of his forums why he switched that up. Maybe it was like what he could get in terms of supply. Yeah, I mean, it's all water soluble anyway, right? So it's gonna it'll disintegrate. I'm just gonna make sure it's mixed in there well. I still gotta go get some, I don't know, triple 12, triple 15. Do that before everything gets jacked up sky high. I had some friends from Indiana. They come visit. They stayed with us this past weekend. And the one guy, he's owns a trucking company, and he was just telling me like all kinds of just crazy stuff in terms of supply chain issues that are coming, you know, food shortages and stuff like that, and how you know, there were a lot of farms that were affected by weather and stuff like that, so their crops didn't do as well. And now with the fertilizer prices up, they're only going to fertilize absolutely what they have to, whereas normally they would maintain the fields. Now they're just going to be targeting the areas that are like severely like deficient and stuff, which means more than likely like the crop yields are going to be lower than what they were this past year or whatever, which is only going to accelerate like food shortages, because they're not going to be able to produce as much. And just, I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out in terms of food and stuff. And then I read something where, maybe I saw something where in Germany, I guess, you know, Aldi's, technically they're Aldi split. I don't know if it's two brothers that own it or whatever. Like there's one does stores in area of the world, and another that focuses on the other part. I don't know, I forget. But anyway, how costs of like meat and certain items are going to be, you know, 25, maybe even 50% more than what they've been, you know, over there. And it's not hit like over here yet. But hey, there's James. What's up, man? While you're here, bro, I need to show you. I got Tom hanging out with me on this live stream, but look at that, man. Got my sprouts. I just gotta transplant them. I got a big bag of worm castings that I've been using. So I'll show you my soil blocker. So it's soil blocks. So, and I don't have any like stuff, but there's this tool I got that'll make 20 cubes at one time. So you just smash it into the kind of wet mix that's almost like a putty. Make sure all those cells are filled, and then I've got a little knife that'll scrape it so it's completely flat, and then put it on the counter and basically just you press your blocks out. It basically pushes the blocks out, puts a little divot in them so you can put your seeds in them. That's what those are, soil blocks. I'll put the seeds in there and then water them in and put some potting mix on top. This is my potting mix. Here's some that's still somewhat damp. All kinds. Let's walk over. I'll show you. So I store my seeds here in the fridge, but there's all kinds. I did is that part of it? Those are some of my summer ones. Bunch of greens. I did kale, dazzling blue kale. I'm gonna be starting Tom seeds here pretty soon. I've got them in the fridge too. Got some eggplant. Tom gave me to start, and then his tomato seeds. There's another eggplant. Anyway, it's all the cold weather stuff. The stuff that a lot of kids, for whatever reason, don't like eating. Cabbage, kale, kohlrabi. Stuff that's good for you. So I got them started, but then later, probably next week, I had timed that out. It'd either be this next week or the week after. I'm gonna do the probably next week. Tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, all the warm weather stuff. We'll get that going. By that time, I get this cold weather stuff outside. Hopefully over to my dad's house where the garden's at. Get things going. I got a lot to do, man. In the next 2 months, it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. My brother's coming to visit into April, and he kind of, at least the last couple years, kind of been springing the visits on us. Like, doesn't really tell us until he's already got the plane ticket booked. It's like, I think he talks to my dad some and gets it all arranged, but he's coming in. He's going to spend a week over here with us. And I think part of it we're going to be down, or he's going to be down in Evansville, which is about 3 hours away. Actually, it's longer than that. It's like 5-6 hours away. He's going to go down with my dad and see that side of the family and then come back. So, probably going to take some time to hang with him and all that good stuff. Should be a fun time. So what you been up to, James? Tom's been... He's got some new toys. He's got a new scan tool. He works on cars. What about you? You got your any more podcasts up yet? That's right, yeah, spring break. You know, we I think the kids they may be on spring break. They had their ticket last week, or maybe they're on it this week. I don't know. 'Cause usually the school, like when they're doing school and stuff, it's during the day when I'm not around typically. Sometimes I help out at night, like if they get stuck on stuff, like other night I helped Samuel with math. He couldn't figure out some stuff, so we worked through the problems. But most of the time they're doing their school during the day. So I'm not sure when they're taking spring break, but I'm thinking it was last week. That's cool. Are you guys going anywhere, or are you just hanging around local? Yeah. Yeah, I know when our friends came to visit last week, like, it was low key. I think that's the most low key weekend we've had. You know, the ladies went to that spring tea, whatever that, that they were doing at the church. And then the guys, we hung out. We made breakfast for the younger kids and just hung out and played some games and stuff. Kind of waiting for them to come back, but didn't do a whole lot. As far as going places and stuff. I think the last time they came in like that, the weather was nicer. We ended up going to the Jersey Dairy and played mini golf and stuff like that. And I think the time before that, they've been over like 3, maybe 4 times. We went to it's a go-kart place in Dayton. Trying to think of the name of it. Scene 75 or something like that. I think that's what it's called. Where they got all kinds of indoor games and stuff like that, and go-karts. I remember the go-karts because we were racing around, and that was a lot of fun. But man, you can spend a lot of money in a place like that. It's like, hey, all right, hey Brian. I remember they had the cards where you basically just purchase the game card and then you run out of money, you go over to the machine and load it again. So but it's fun. They got new places over in Beaver Creek that's similar to Scene 75. I don't think they got go-karts. I think it's just video games and bowling. It's over by Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah, I have to maybe check that out sometime. Alright, dude. Well, hey, thanks for hanging with me. I'm going to have to go here in a little bit because my phone's going to die. What about you, Tom? Are your kids, is Wesley on spring break? Yeah, last week. You guys go anywhere? Did you guys do is Kings Island open yet? Oh, okay. Yeah, Brian, you popped in a couple times. Where do you live? Are you in Ohio too? Oh, that's coming up. That's tax day. I think 15th tax day, or is it 7? I forget what day. Kansas, okay. The Jayhawks, they won the 18th, okay. The Jayhawks won the NCAA tournament, right? I was reading something where maybe they'll be stripped of the title or something. They're under investigation for like tampering or like their recruiting practices recruiting practices. K-Stater. So maybe not Kansas, is that what you're telling me? Maybe it's Kentucky or another K-State? Yeah, I don't know. You read a lot of these high-powered programs at one point or the other have been under investigation for like unethical practices and stuff. I think like Connecticut one time was, Kentucky was, like different programs, because there's so much, at the end of the day, there's a lot of money in sports, right? And so whatever they got to do to win, whatever they got to do to recruit these kids, there are programs that do that because, if they can get a winning team together or whatever, they're making millions of dollars, probably hundreds of millions of dollars, right? In ticket sales and paraphernalia and all the rest. So, getting sanctioned or penalized here and there, I think there's universities that kind of count the costs like that's just part of doing business for them, which is kind of sad, But that's the way a lot of things are anymore. Is it's all about the money, and not about doing the right thing or taking care of people. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see where all that goes. We'll have to spend some time. I got a couple different videos in the works. Just haven't had time or made the time to edit them yet and get them uploaded and all that good stuff. But yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna take off because like I said, my phone, the battery's getting low, and I gotta get my kids into bed too, so they don't stay up till like 11 midnight. I don't know what time it is. It's probably close to 11, isn't it? So I appreciate you guys dropping in. We'll catch you on the next one.